Or what? You're right, that doesn't happen. Honestly, if I'm being transparent, which I always try to be, I'll show the reality, because I know that on a lot of podcasts, people talk about how everyone is always perfect, how the world is amazing, how everything works, so I'll try to show the real picture. Honestly, in the last 2 years, there have been quite a few clients who actually ended their cooperation with us. Not because they weren't satisfied with our work, people can check out our results and reviews online and so on. Just to be clear, that's not really the case. The real case is that they said, hey, for our use case, for our marketing, it'll actually be enough if we just piece something together internally with AI. We'll just do it ourselves, because for us, that'll give us pretty decent results. We're not investing so much that we really need you, and so on. So AI already gives us a bit of that capability today, so that we can do it ourselves. So to be completely transparent, that's exactly what happened. I like working with clients who are on the same wavelength, who use similar terminology, who also understand marketing, so we can go deeper into the subject. But for them, it was really about, hey, I need to cut costs at every level because my expenses are going up, Facebook ads keep getting more expensive, as we all know, and Google ads are doing the same, and they'll just keep going up. The costs for other people working in the warehouse are going up, the costs for the products he has to buy are going up, and so on. Because maybe they're buying the same amount, and suddenly the manufacturer says, well, it's not going to be 30 crowns per piece anymore, but 35. And you're still ordering 1,000 of them, so it's just going to be more expensive. So he's basically looking for ways to save money wherever he can. So for him, I think AI is like a godsend, if I can put it that way. Like, awesome. And on the other hand, I never hold on to a client at all costs. I always try to tell the client, hey, this is fine. I totally get it. It's completely fine. If you ever want a one-off consultation or some advice from time to time, just reach out. We'll put something together, I'll give you some tips, and then you can spend the next 6 months fine-tuning things, putting it all together, and it can work really well for you. Based on that, we come up with some topics. The client might approve 7 out of 10, and we finish up the other 3. For those topics, we create scenarios and scripts, get them approved by the client, make adjustments if needed, and then we go ahead and load them into the video tools, or even into tools for photos if necessary. Honestly, if I talk about a final banner, like imagine a really nice ad on Facebook, that perfect one-to-one format and so on. AI still isn't producing banners at a level where we could just take them as is and use them one-to-one. What comes out are so-called ugly ads, which is a term from tech and marketing. I won't go into detail because a lot of people aren't familiar with it. Those are what come out of it. But if we want to make a nice banner that's really on brand and so on, then for now, our graphic designer still has to finish it up. Right now, we have 2 people on the team. And that's where it still needs to be polished up. With videos, of course, you can generate materials in those AI tools, so-called B-roll, or you might have some footage from the client. And then the editor comes in, so there's still that final step needed. The editor on the team puts it all together, connects the pieces, does the final cuts, adds subtitles, and so on, to make sure everything fits together nicely. So it's not like I just give a prompt, and a finished video pops out and goes straight into the ad account. Maybe someone could already do it that way. I've actually seen examples like that abroad. Since we pride ourselves on making sure it actually leads somewhere, for now, well, there's still a bit of a barrier. I wouldn't say a complete one, but it's not as good as it is in English, so we're not quite there yet. But as you might have noticed, the process already involves AI several times, and we're making use of it. We really try to push the boundaries. Whenever a new tool comes out, we make sure to test it. This year is truly a turning point when it comes to video and graphic content.
Awesome. So to sum it up, AI has brought significantly higher efficiency to your agency, and with the same team, you're able to serve more clients.
Is that right?
Yes, more. Or to put it the other way around, you can serve the same number of clients, but have more time for coffee and thinking.
Man, that would be awesome. That would be great, McCall, if I had that. I've got coffee right here, so coffee's covered. But I can tell you that right now we're in Q4, which is the last quarter of the year. So there's a lot of work because marketing always has that peak at the end of the year, when everyone goes crazy trying to run campaigns and so on. Black Friday, Christmas, and so on. Back to school. So there's time for coffee, but I have to drink it pretty quickly. But exactly, if I go back to what you were saying earlier, there are 2 ways to go about it. Either with the same team, you can handle more clients if you look at it from an economic perspective. Or with the same team, you handle the same number of clients, but you do a lot more advertising for them, just to really simplify it. That means instead of making 2 ads a week like before, you can easily crank out 5 or even 10 a week in the same amount of so-called time. I always tell this to clients. I'll name them again, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but for me, for example, it's Alza. I don't know about you, Mikal, but for me, Alza is just the go-to here in the Czech Republic for electronics and stuff like that. For me, their brand is so strong that I just told a client this on a call. This is the goal of every company. I know we don't all have the kind of money Alza does, but they didn't have it at the beginning either, and somehow they got there. So we have to take it step by step. But the point is, Alza has built up such a huge amount of trust in me, such a strong brand, that now when I'm buying a new camera or a new microphone or a new sound card, I go straight to alza.cz and search for it there. If they don't have it, only then do I go somewhere else, to another website, to another eShop. And that's basically how I operate. And honestly, I don't really care if it's a few crowns more expensive, because electronics usually don't have big price differences, but sometimes it might be a little bit more. But for me, the benefit is that I have everything under one account in one admin panel, it's a brand I trust, I have confidence in it, and so on.
Order in the evening, and in the morning, it's in your Falza box.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. They really nailed it.
Awesome. The services and the brand, what you said is really crucial, because even our strategy, my personal one as Michael Fiala, and for AI University, is also about building a brand. And for the first time, really, at my core, I'm a performance marketer, just like you are. If I think back to my mindset 2 years ago and someone told me, let's do brand campaigns, and I apologize to all the agencies, I don't want to name anyone, I would say, okay, brand campaigns, that's what agencies do, but let's focus on performance, because that's what you can actually see, that's what pays for your groceries. Building a brand today is much easier than it will be in 2 years, because by then it'll be oversaturated. I think we can probably all agree on that.
And sorry, excuse me for jumping in, but I'd even say that building a brand today is the easiest it's ever been, because we have all these tools. Imagine trying to build a YouTube channel back in 2010. Just think about what that would have involved. What would you even... There were only a few people there, so the views you get today would have taken you ages to reach back then, especially in the Czech Republic. Oh my god. I don't mean this in a bad way, but it was just like... I mean, to put it bluntly, just a handful of teenagers and kids watching something, it wouldn't have even taken off. Social media in general, that was tough too. Sure, you could post a few things and maybe it would work out, but actually having to publish those posts required some skill. Today, a lot of those skills can actually be replaced by AI tools or some kind of AI technology that helps you with market research. With preparing topics, with preparation in general. So today, I think AI has democratized content creation to such a degree that it's never been easier from an individual's perspective. For me, as Tomasz, starting this kind of content has never been easier. Even the technology, the cameras. Look, today I have a few things here, and the video quality for you, for me, back in 2010 there was no chance for that, right? And so on. You would have needed a ton of money to do it back then. Or you just need a device like this, you know? You just grab something like this, and you can already be a successful YouTuber or creator, right? A lot of influencers start out just using their phone. So I think it's the easiest it's ever been, but at the same time, it's also the hardest. That's the paradox, because more and more people are realizing this, and the competition is starting to grow. And like you said, in 3 years, the competition will be much bigger.
We ran a branding campaign, but the performance was basically zero. He invested almost 100 grand, something happened, but nothing came of it, and so on. I'm exaggerating on purpose here, right? But about 2 years ago, actually around the time we started making our YouTube videos, and that's really the reason, like, let's put aside the fact that I enjoy educating people. The real internal business reason why I'm doing this is that I want to build a brand, and that just takes time and a ton of investment. You run a YouTube channel too. We talked about it before the broadcast. It takes up a crazy amount of time. You produce a 10-minute video, but behind that are hours of work that nobody sees. And when you do this 4 times a week, that's basically 20 hours that someone has to pay for. For me, time is like money. For me, time is even more valuable than money, and I treat every minute as if it were money. Those brands, companies, individuals who start building and actually creating content, or really creating anything. I just had Philip Obornik here, who is now an ambassador for Vibe Coding with us. So he basically said the important thing is to start creating anything, because that's how you begin to pick up those AI practices. And in 5 years, or maybe even 3, it might get a lot harder, because by then everyone will be doing it and people will be overwhelmed with content. And soon, not everyone will even be able to tell whether something is AI or not. Maybe right now they can, but I hope that people like you, like me, like many other creators here, real people you can actually connect with, will start to be valued more. People will appreciate that they're interacting with real humans.